bigger hammer.
Got one of those.
Can you try not to scratch it? All right, let me show you what we ended up doing here. If you saw my last video, you saw how badly the angle iron was bent and torn. What we did is we kind of fixed it, but it's not a permanent fix yet, and I'll tell you why. The changes we made were the angle iron that was on it before was 1.5 inches and maybe 1/4 inch thick steel. We went with 2-inch angle iron, which is probably about maybe 3/8 of an inch thick, so it's a heavier steel, thicker steel. And what he did is he tacked, well, he didn't tack, but he welded it in 3 places where the other one had 2 welds. He went with 3. He's got a tack down here, tack here, and oh god, that's heavy. And underneath here he went with just a weld. Reason why we did what we did is I'm going to do a test fit. I'm going to take it back, put it back in the crusher, make sure this fits. It should. There's no reason why it shouldn't. Make sure that the adjustment bolts to 2, 1 bolt here, 1 bolt here. That allows me to adjust the angle in which it crushes. Make sure everything fits right and that it works, and then I'll take it back to him, and what he'll do is he'll weld it all the way around and then flip back over on the other side. He'll run the weld underneath all the way across, so we won't have any weld failures after that. But yeah, you got to see him grind the old stuff off, and then the welding was where he was welding these partial welds that'll get completed later on. But yep, it'll be back to work soon. Again, this is the working face. This is where it really crushes down really fine, and this is where the bigger part of the rock gets broken down to where it falls into the work face, because the plate is actually, and the straight part here is the lower end of that, and then the angled part is this working face here. But you can see, 1-inch plate steel, and you can see the gouging that has happened from just a rock. Not so much down here because it's really fine by the time it gets here, but up here you can see how it's gouged. Smooth here, smooth plate, and it just all gouged out. That's some seriously hard rock. But once I get it in and I get it fired up next weekend, I'll show you how that works too. Till then, dig deep and stay safe.